What is up, everybody? So, if you can't tell already by the sarcasm in my voice, little bit of a rough day. So, I just left the Bunker Hill voting booth up there at the church. And apparently, I'm not allowed to vote. I recently moved into Miami County from Howard County. The problem now is that I didn't follow their guidelines on how I should re-register. I'm sorry, but not everyone knows that, in order to be a registered voter, you have got to re-register every time you move or whatever. A lot of people like myself, and yes, call me a simpleton if you want. I don't care. I was under the presumption that if I was registered to vote in the state of Indiana, when I got my driver's license, that my registration covered me in the state of Indiana. No. So I went to Bunker Hill. I went to Howard County first. I went right to my home county where I was originally living at since I recently moved. And I went to Howard County and I wanted to go ahead and vote. They said that they wanted me to do, or that I wasn't active in their system, that I need to do a provisional ballot. Okay, well, what's this provisional ballot? They said, well, it just says that we have 10 days to decide if your vote counts. Why? I recently moved. Why shouldn't it count? Yeah, I'm still a United States citizen. I still live in the state of Indiana. Why wouldn't it count? They said, well, if you recently moved, you need to check in with the district that you moved to. Okay, cool. I got you on that. So I go up here to Bunker Hill. I'm like, yes, I recently moved. Here's my documentation verifying that I now live in Miami County. I'd like to vote today. No. Well, can I get a provisional? No, because I'm not in your system yet. Well, I have to call the courthouse. Okay, go ahead. So they called the courthouse. Courthouse told them that I'm not eligible to vote because I didn't register in their county by October 5th. What does my registration in a particular county have to do with a presidential election? I can understand for local election, mayor, governor, not even governor because governor's state, but mayor, judges, I get that, okay? Or the district representatives, I get all that. Don't worry about me in the local election. I don't care enough about this little bitty town to be, okay, well, I want this person to be the next sheriff, or I want this person to do this. I don't care enough about that, but I do care who runs my country. So my ability to vote is now being impeded by a system that's supposed to be helping me vote. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, as long as you live in that state, or as long as you live in this country, and you are a actual United States citizen, you should be able to go wherever you want, whether it be, for example, truck drivers, especially truck drivers. If we're not able to make it home in time to where we are registered to vote, and we got to vote out on the road, it will be denied. So how is that even fair? I'm sorry, if it's a national election for a president or whatever the case may be, you should be able to vote wherever you are at, regardless of where it is. I mean, I may not get a lot of people on my six about this and be able to, tell me, well, I agree, or come back at me and say, well, I disagree. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're a Trump supporter, Biden supporter, or friggin' Lion-O from the Thundercats for president. It don't matter who your nomination should go to, but the fact that you are a U.S. citizen, and this is a U.S. election, and you should be able to go vote wherever you choose to go vote. I may not feel comfortable in a particular location, depending on who might be there, or who all, whatever town it is. I may not feel comfortable in that town. I could have had a traumatic experience that happened in Bunker Hill, Indiana, and I don't want to go to Bunker Hill, Indiana. I want to go to freaking Peru, or I want to go to Kokomo, or I want to go... Kokomo's closer than any of it. I could be in the Kokomo voting poll within 5 to 7 minutes from my house, but because I live on the county line, I have to go all the way 30 minutes out of my way just to still get told no. This is a bullcrap system. I want to vote. I have a right to vote. It's my duty to vote as a U.S. citizen. It's completely unfair. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make it publicly known that we're talking about reform this, reform that, rechange this, rechange that, restructure this. Why don't we go ahead and look at the actual practices of voter registration as well while we're looking at everything else? If you are a U.S. citizen and it's a national election, you should have the right to vote wherever you want. I could literally drive from Indiana to California to go cast a vote just because I have the right to do so, but not the ability at this time. We need to fix that. As Americans, we need to fix that. Voter registration for a district or a county should only apply to a local election, not a national election. The votes still go the same regardless of where you're at. One vote matters. And now that I'm being screwed over in this election, I'm going to make it known that I'm going to ensure that this never happens again going forward. And I'm going to ensure that I'm going to be petitioning for a reform of the voting practices. And we're going to try to get it to where voter registration only applies for a district or county for a local level election. State level needs to be done inside the state. County level needs to be done inside your residing county. But that's it. Like, you can't vote for the sheriff of a county that's like 5 counties over. But you can vote for your governor anywhere in Indiana. Or anywhere in Ohio if you're an Ohio resident. Or California if you're a California resident. You should be able to go to any voting booth in the entire state. It's all electronic. They know what county you are in, so therefore they know what county you also live in when they scan your ID. And if you're not from that county, only open up state options. If you are from that county, open up your county options. If it's a national poll, let me go wherever I want to. Let me go to Florida. Let me go to Texas. Let me go to California. Let me go to Ohio. Let me go to Michigan. Let me go to freaking New York. With God forbid, why would I ever want to go there again? But you get the point. If it's a national election, be able to do a national vote. If it's a state election, do a statewide vote. If it's a county election, do a county vote. I get that. Change the let's reform. Let me correct myself because I'm getting tongue-tied here. Let's talk about change and actually do reform something that needs it. Like the ability to vote. Forget mail-in ballots. You realize how often stuff gets lost in the mail or gets damaged in the mail anyway? You really want to trust that system? You got more faith in that than I do. But as far as anything else is concerned, go vote. Get out there. Today's your last day. Physically go to a poll. Physically go put your ballot in. Physically go out and change our future the way it needs to be changed. It all starts with you. It can't start with me this year because I've been screwed over by a stupid system. But if you are registered to vote and you haven't yet, if you want to support me, and you want to support what I stand for and what I believe in, DM me. I'll gladly have a conversation with you, and we'll gladly go ahead and see what your viewpoints are and what my viewpoints are, and we'll go that route. And if you want to go ahead and utilize your vote to support me, I will not be opposed, although I hope that your viewpoint would share mine, that you would vote for yourself, which everyone should vote for themselves and for what they think. And just because I support one party or one individual doesn't mean you have to. I'm not going to look down on you because you do. I'm not going to talk about you because you do. I have one of my closest friends who's a complete opposition of me. I have a woman that's in opposition of me, and she's like a mother to me. So I'm not going to hound you or criticize you or anything because of who you vote for, as long as you don't do the same about me. It's very clear who I vote for, but I can't vote this year. So please do your duty. Go vote today. It's your last day. Polls close at 6 p.m. today. Let's get a move on. In the meantime, between time, nothing I can do other than the fact that I'm out.